Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. We are back with another Dokkan Battle news video. Unfortunately, the boy Kayvon is not joining me tonight. He already went to bed before I had a chance to film the video, but I'm sure he'll be here next time. I did want to apologize real quick. I did not cover the Kid Buu and Super Saiyan 3 Goku STR EZA. I just didn't have the time when I got around to it, or when I should say, had the available time to finally make the news video. The news was outdated already, so I didn't make the video, but I wanted to apologize for not covering that. But most of you guys, I'm sure, got it for some other places anyhow, but that does not matter right now because we have some very interesting information coming from a JP data download tonight. It's not a ton of info, to be perfectly honest with you, but what we got is quite interesting. So let's break it down here. First, we have asset updates. The following cards have their effect files updated to add the crossover logos for their games. I believe this is technically incorrect. It might have been the case for Tiancha, because I don't think Tiancha had it, but I know that Super Baby and I call him Boobity had their logos there. But what this did fix was the effect on the cards. We're just going to take Baby Janemba for an example here. Actually, there's still a little bit of a missed lineup, but it's not as bad as it was before for sure. So if you see here, right, the effect is lined up with the character. Before it looked like this. Come on, Bandai. So you can see, obviously, that's where like his arm is supposed to be, and that's where his shoulder piece is supposed to be, and it's kind of just like layered over there, so you can see that the Dragon Ball Heroes logo was already there. I don't know how they messed that up that bad, but that's what partially this patch was for, to fix that. Funny enough, I don't think it was always like that. I don't know when that exactly got changed. Maybe it was when the logo update came out. But either way, that got fixed, thankfully. Let's just take a look at the others just to kind of see here. Okay, so Boobity's looks fine to me. Has the Super Dragon Ball Heroes logo. This should be the Fusion logo, yes? Yeah. Okay, cool. So I guess Baby Janemba's is still a little bit off center, but that's okay. It's definitely a lot better than this hot garbage here. But anyhow, moving on. We have some new cards, and well, not new cards, one new card technically, but something very interesting related to a card that we've had for a while. We have a Dokkan Awakening, first of all, for the old Tech Ultimate Gohan, which is pretty awesome. If you look on DBZ Space, this is what he looks like. Wonderful art. I quite enjoy it. Definitely a great pose that they picked there. This one is from the Buu Saga. By the way, if you're wondering what it awakens from, that's the Tech Ultimate Gohan we're talking about. This guy is from the Buu Saga, so unfortunately he's not going to be rocking that Universe Survival Saga team, but that is a-okay. So that's his awakening there. Let's get Baby Janemba off the screen there. So let's take a look at his essay, and then let's go over what the awakening actually does. Of course, shout out to Mai for the essay and compiling the post as per usual. I think it's just a standard Kamehameha, but we're about to find out. Oh no, it's a Masenko. Okay, cool. Yeah, kind of just the standard Masenko animation. That's okay. Nothing that I really didn't expect anyhow. But yeah, Awakening for Ultimate Gohan, New Heights. Thank you to the boy Goresh. Shout out to you, my friend, for the translation. Leader skill, all types, key +2, HP, attack, and defense +50%. That could actually be kind of fun to mess around with. I might try that out for a video or something. That's pretty cool. Super attack, explosive demon flash, deals supreme damage to the enemy with a rare chance to stun. Passive, strength to protect peace. Own attack and defense +70%, and when HP is 50% or above, +3 key and additional attack and defense +30%. Wow, that's actually not that bad. He seems like he's going to be a pretty good tank. That's actually pretty good. I might do a video on that guy, because I think I have him already, but that's pretty cool. Definitely a solid card. Links are Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Infighter, Shocking Speed, Power Bestowed by God, Z Fighter, and Shattering the Limit, and categories are Buu Saga and Hybrid Saiyans. So pretty cool there. This guy definitely is a lot better than what he previously used to be. It's not even worth mentioning because he was hot garbaggio before. But JP is finally getting the AGL hit, which I'll show you right here. You guys should remember this. He was quote like very heavy air quotes global exclusive. He did come out on global first in terms of the world tournament reward. We kind of figured that he would come to JP at some point, and this is the world tournament that he's coming, so that's pretty cool. I'm glad that we're getting him. Let's just go over him real quick because I'm sure you know what he does. We'll go over his SA2. Leader skill AGL key plus 2 HP attack and defense plus 30%. SA time skip causes supreme damage with a medium chance to stun the enemy. Passive Ace Fighter of Universe 6 attack and defense plus 60% when performing a super attack. Medium chance to stun the enemy as the first attacker of the turn. Link Supreme Warrior I almost said Enhanced Fighters. Experienced Fighters Cold Judgment in Fighter Warriors Universe 6 and Shocking Speed. So he's obviously not anything that's like super spectacular, but it's a hit card, right? We are obviously going to be getting that Dokkan Fest hit eventually. We don't really know when that's coming yet, so we'll have to see when that is gonna arrive here. But nonetheless, until then, we have this hit to hold us over, at least on JP. The animation is super sick, by the way. Absolutely love it. So yeah, that's the hit card. You've seen it before though on the Global World Tournament. So as you can see here, the 19th is going to be the start of the JP World Tournament, which is actually Friday. So I'll probably end up streaming that on Friday. So keep your eyes out for that. Here's where things get interesting though. So missions. So this is the normal stuff. Win the World Tournament 3 times using Peachy Peachy Gals, Enhanced Transformations, and World Tournament Team 3 and 7 times for some rewards. They've been doing this for a while. It's a good way to get some extra rewards, and I believe the Master's Mark medals you also get from this, if I'm not mistaken. Strategy I would recommend with this, because obviously these teams aren't that good, I would recommend getting your win streak up with these teams, you know, like do the 7 times, and then, you know, just kind of continue moving on up. I don't remember if you have to use each one. I know you don't have to use like each one 3 times or each one 7 times, but I don't remember if you have to use all 3 at some point or just one of them. If someone in the comments could remind me on that, that would be fantastic. But here's the very interesting part. Gain 23 million points to obtain a free hit. So if you just want the hit, there you go. That's done deal. There he is. And 23 million points is really not that hard to get. Especially, you know, he's literally going to be a mission reward for that, which is awesome. This should honestly be like a standard. You know, they started doing the thing where it was top 20,000 gave out the World Tournament card. Now maybe they're going to start doing this. Who knows? But this is very cool nonetheless. To my knowledge, this is the first time that they've done this. I don't remember. I'm sure I would have remembered if they did this for another World Tournament, but very cool nonetheless. Dailies: win once in the World Tournament for a Dragonstone, win twice for 150G Gravity Chamber, win 3 times for 2D Saga tickets, win 4 times for 2 Silver SSR tickets, and win 5 times for 2 Dragonstones. If you're playing the JP World Tournament, you're probably going to be doing that stuff anyway. So I probably don't tell you that don't have to tell you that you have to do that. But yeah, that's all of the info that we have for tonight. Very cool stuff here, despite not having a lot of it. I really hope they keep up this trend of hit being the next Dokkan Fest, or not the next Dokkan Fest unit, of, excuse me, the card being, you know, like the card being obtainable through a mission. I really hope that they continue that. I do want to point out too, because this was not really covered, I guess we'll just throw it in this video. I always usually like to do kind of like a little bit of an inventory before I, you know, close out the video in terms of news here. Global is getting an update. Let me pop over to the global news here. Update coming soon. So they're adding Battlefield finally, which is great. They're adding the previous deck and clear record functions, which is awesome. So if you guys remember from JP, whenever you clear a stage with the team, even if you've, switched your team for another event, the last team that you used on that specific event has its own little team slot now, which is really helpful actually, especially if you're switching up your teams a lot and just grinding out one event. Of course, the clear records are a fun way to kind of, add some diversity to, racing in Dokkan, and like some diversity to the game. You can race your friends and compare times and whatnot, which is pretty dope. You can see it right in the game. Let me just make sure I got everything here. Yes, this was another big thing too. The hidden potential system of great apes and giant characters is also coming to global. If you guys remember, for a while on both versions, when you turn great ape, the dupe system did not affect those guys. And then they got that on JP, and now global's getting it as well, which is awesome. As well, this system is being implemented into global, where if you go into the dupe system, you can see what cards you have dupes of sitting in your box. They'll be flashing blue like this, and cards that you don't have dupes of will be stale like this. Obviously, if you already put it in, the star will be flashing, but this is just a picture, so it's obviously not going to flash. But if you have a dupe sitting in your box that is not in the unit, the unit will flash, even if it's an SR, right? So, are there any SRs in this picture here, right? So, this Super Saiyan God physical Goku, he actually starts off as an SR, right? The physical white hot face-off Goku. If you have any white hot face-off Gokus, it'll still flash, even though, it's not technically that unit, even if you, reversed it, right? So very interesting there. As well, they add a little bit of extra battle icons here. Right here, this wasn't here before, so, it kind of gives you a bigger heads up. Hey, you stunned them, you got their defense down or whatnot. All that kind of stuff. So this is a very quality of life update, besides obviously Battlefield, that's kind of a big thing. But very cool nonetheless. As well, there is going to be a server maintenance. You can just translate that into your own time zone there, but that is going to be from Tuesday to Wednesday at that time there. So very cool. I assume that all that stuff will be in the game after the maintenance, but just keep an eye out. Obviously, they said that it's going to be, coming out soon. I'm sure that there will be, because this is an app update, right? Because of all this stuff, they need to actually update the app through, Play Store, App Store. So I'm assuming that after the maintenance, or, technically during it, they usually kind of put the update out. You keep an eye out for that though, either way, or your phone might just automatically update it like mine does. But either way though, guys, that is definitely it. I know that we don't have anything else in terms of Dokkan news here. I did want to go over this, since this is happening tomorrow, that all this stuff is dropping, especially with the maintenance right there. But I mean global stuff, by the way. The JP stuff is coming, obviously. Since this is all for the World Tournament, it's coming. I just punched my mic 3 times. Hashtag punch the mic squad. I haven't said that in a while. That's all coming on Friday, obviously, with the World Tournament. But anyhow, that's going to do for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Having you two out. Peace. Of course, links to everything that I went over in this video will be in the description below.